Today we are going to discuss about the circulatory system in humans and the organs that make up the circulatory system. Know that our body is made up of different organs. All these organs work together to perform a particular function. Now a group of organs constitute together the system. For example, the digestive system is used to ingest the food and perform the digestion of food and obtain energy from the digested food. Excretory system gets rid of undesired materials from our body. The same way, the circulatory system consists of the heart, the arteries and blood vessels and capillaries that pump blood throughout our body, and through the blood it also pumps oxygen and nutrients in different cells of our body and removes the carbon dioxide from the body. The key organ of the circulatory system is the human heart. Human heart remains in the left side of the rib cage, and it is protected by the rib cage, and it is the key organ of the circulatory system, and this is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout our body and is located between the lungs, slightly to the left of the middle of the chest, and it is about the size of our fist. If we make a fist by keeping our fingers inside, then the heart is shape of that fist. If we are going to look at the structure of the heart, human heart is divided into 4 chambers. There are 2 auricles, which are the upper chambers, and there are 2 ventricles, which are the lower chambers. Now auricles are the smaller upper chambers and ventricles are larger lower chambers, and the heart is longitudinally divided into 2 portions by a muscular wall. And now if we are going to see the functions of the heart, the main function of the heart is to pump blood which contains oxygen and nutrients to different parts of the body and to different cells, and the second function is to receive the impure blood which has carbon dioxide and other toxic materials in it and pump it to the lungs for purification. The rhythmic movement of the heart is known as heartbeat. If we keep our finger at the side of our neck, we can feel the heartbeat. Also at our wrist we can feel the heartbeat. This is also known as the pulse. In the circulatory system, the oxygen and carbon dioxide, nutrients and other metabolic wastes are transported to different parts of the body through a medium. That medium is known as blood. Blood is the red colored fluid that flows inside our arteries and veins. The blood has the red color because it has a pigment which is known as hemoglobin. The hemoglobin imparts the red color in the blood. Now the blood is composed of two main components. One is the blood cells and the other is blood plasma, which is mainly water. There are 3 different types of blood cells: RBC or red blood cell, WBC white blood cell, and platelets. Function of blood. Blood has different cells in it like RBC, WBC and platelets, and different cells perform different functions. The blood helps in transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide throughout the body with the help of red blood cells. Red blood cells carry oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body, and they take back carbon dioxide and other toxic substances from these parts and take it back to the lungs. The white blood cells help to fight against germs and antigens that enter our body from outside. So white blood cells are a key part of the immune system. What is immune system? Immune system is the system of our body that protects our body from external germs and viruses and bacteria, etc., external infection. So the immune system helps the body to defend itself against infection. Different types of WBCs fight germs such as bacteria and viruses. Some types of WBCs make antibodies, which are special proteins that recognize foreign materials and help the body get rid of them. Then there are platelets. Platelets help in clotting of blood. When you have a cut somewhere, the blood doesn't flow for infinite time. It gets clotted after some time. So the platelets help in clotting of the blood at the time of cut or wounds. Blood also carries away waste products, and it also helps in maintaining the body temperature. There are three kinds of blood vessels. One is artery, next is vein, and the third is capillaries. So blood circulates in the body through thin muscular tubes, as they are called blood vessels. They form a network within the body so that blood can be transported to all parts of the body. So arteries are the blood vessels that are carrying the oxygenated blood from the heart to the capillaries, and the veins are the blood vessels that are carrying deoxygenated blood to the heart from the venous capillaries. So the main function of artery is to carry pure blood or oxygen rich blood to different parts of the body from heart, and the main function of veins is to carry impure blood or deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body back to the heart. Now we are looking at some differences between arteries and veins. So the main difference is that artery carry blood away from the heart and it carries oxygenated blood, and in veins carry blood towards the heart and they carry deoxygenated blood. Arteries normally have thick walls but veins normally have thin walls, and arteries are normally bright red in color, and veins are normally dark red in color since they carry deoxygenated blood. Now, arteries have elastic walls that expand with the blood pressure, but veins have thin walls and they are not as elastic as the walls of the artery. In arteries there is no valve present, but in veins there are valves present to prevent the backflow of the blood. And in arteries we can feel the pulse, but in vein we cannot feel the pulse. Now we are going to study the process of circulation. It is also known as double circulation. So the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body is collected through the superior vena cava, and the impure blood from the lower part of the body are collected by inferior vena cava, and they are actually transported to the heart. The heart pumps this blood through the pulmonary artery to the lungs for purification. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is released from the blood and oxygen is absorbed, so the deoxygenated blood is turned into oxygenated blood. Then the pulmonary vein returns the oxygenated blood or oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart through pulmonary vein. The aorta carries this oxygen rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. So this is the process of double circulation. Heart is a very vital organ of our body and we need to always keep the heart very healthy. So what can we do for keeping a healthy heart? One should quit smoking. Smoking is very injurious for heart. Heart gets blocked due to smoking, and we need to have exercise or do yoga every day. So we need to be very active, and we need to eat healthy food. We need to have a balanced diet. A balanced diet consists of carbohydrate, protein and fat. So we need to have a balanced diet and we need to avoid junk food like chips, burgers, pizza, etc. We also need to schedule regular health checkups with our doctor. Whenever we are experiencing some pain in our chest or in our back, we need to see the doctor. We need to keep us hydrated. We need to intake a lot of water throughout the body. We need to maintain a healthy weight. So whenever someone is getting very fat or someone is getting obese, he or she should see a dietitian and follow a diet to maintain a healthy weight. We need to always stay positive and think positive, because when we take too much tension, it is very harmful for our heart, and we need to stay consistent. We should not do exercise for one day and quit for 1 week, but we need to exercise every day. We need to reduce the amount of salt that we have in our food, because salt is not good for heart. And we also need to control the cholesterol. So what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is bad fat which is very bad for our heart. How can we reduce cholesterol? We can reduce cholesterol by reducing the amount of oil in our food. So these are the top 10 things you can do to keep your heart healthy.